What's up guys, this is 𝙍𝙀𝙑𝙀𝘼 back again today, and today I will be revealing Damien 𝙍𝙀𝘼𝙑. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for a Britain's Got Talent revealed video, the finals of 2020. So luckily there is a lot of magicians in this. Okay, so we're going to break this down into two parts. One would be the phone, and then the second one would be the card. So we're going to start with the card since this is nice and simple. So you can do this trick at home if you want. You are going to need a couple of duplicate cards though. Okay, that's one thing. So what he did before is the rip. You can use anything. I'm using a pen lid like this. You can probably use a pencil, the end of a pencil. Probably you could use the end of that, even if you want. Anything which is sharp but leaves a little indent but doesn't rip the whole thing in half. And don't use a pen because then it'll come out all over your card, which you do not want happening. So we're going to use this. So we're going to make our little indent on there. There we are. And we're going to do this on a couple of cards. So we're going to do 3 or 4 cards even. So first of all, we're going to get one. We're going to rip it off. You probably only need 2 actually. You're going to rip one off. Okay, you're going to take a photo of one at the corner piece. Take a photo of the corner piece. Post that on social media. And then the other half, fold it up. Ready? Now this is where it comes in. You need to put it in their phone case. Okay? It must go into their phone case before. So that was already in Amanda's phone case before the trick even started. Okay? So that's our one card done there. Okay, now we have another one, and it's got her little indent here, so we know the exact way how to rip it. So he just looks at that line, very faint, probably can't even see it in the camera, and then he goes and rips it. Then he lets Amanda do the last part, because that will not make a difference at all. Okay, close our lid now. So that is how that part is done. How he makes this appear? Well, first of all, how does he actually pick that card? Let's get to that. It is actually the top card. He picked the top card. He did something that 𝙍𝙀𝙑𝙀𝘼𝙑𝙀𝘼 did, and I said in that video, if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. That goes into a bit more detail in that. Every magician knows that trick. Okay, that's one thing that everybody has to know. So you do it. You pick one, basically forcing the card, but in a really not suspicious way, but it really gets through to it, like you actually picked it. So then you do something, and then the top card is the card you want to force to them. So then we do that, and then when he says, right, we're going to put it back anywhere in the deck, it actually goes to the back of the deck. Okay, one thing you can buy, you can buy these almost anywhere. There's cards which you can buy, and there's a special deck which the cards are slightly a bit stickier. Or like if you do this, you can probably turn it over and do, oh, right there, do that. Yeah, because there's a bit of friction and all that stuff. But you can actually get more, you can get cards which have more friction and more stickiness, so you could probably hold it up without them falling off. So that's how he puts the card onto the bottom one, which has this special friction thing on. And then that will then stop it. So as one thing, most of his tricks are probably bought online. Okay, that's one thing I'm going to put on save there. Because he did the metal phone by 𝙍𝙀𝙑𝙀𝘼𝙑𝙀𝘼. Don't know if that's true. Thanks to all the people who commented on that video. That's one thing I didn't point out. So now that's the card part done. I'm trying to make it as clear as I can. If it's not very clear, comment down below and I will try and get it across to you. First of all, when he puts the box down on the table, should the table really be that thick? Should it? I mean, like, look at it. Who has a table that thick? Like my table here, there, that thick. That's how thick my table is. His table is something like that thick. Yeah, that's just mental. And also, if you look at the stand, which is holding it up, the tube in the middle, that doesn't have to be that wide. I mean, like, this is definitely a gimmick. This is not any ordinary table. Okay, first look, it's not any ordinary table at all. It's so wide. It's really chunky. And it's just crazy, to be honest with you. One thing which he did do to make the illusion look a bit more like it. They put wheels on it so it looks raised, but the tube actually goes all the way down under the table, and that will come important in a minute. Okay, so let's fast forward a bit. So he gets the phone, he does all the phone stuff, he picks his phone up, Amanda's phone. I think he picks Amanda's phone. He picks Amanda's phone up, he drops it onto a second table. Now this is where it gets really suspicious. Now why does this second table have to be so thick? I mean, it's so suspicious. It's huge! I've never seen a table that thick in my whole entire life. Unless it's meant to be bulletproof or something. No table should ever be that thick. I mean, that's crazy. So there's got to be a contraption in there or something which then can push it up and then take the phone in. Then the phone will probably fall down a tube. This does happen. And they can do it even more now they're in a set and they're not in a theatre. So they can change the stage however they would like now they're in this set, not theatre. Okay? So they're in a studio, not in a theatre. That's one thing to bear out in this season, or in this finale. There. So, the phone goes in. Okay, now this is where it gets a bit... This is where the tables come into it. The phone falls down the tube. This is the one closest to the audience and close to the judges. Falls down. Somebody, here we are, I've got two theories. Somebody picks it up from underneath, brings it, puts it on, and puts up the tube, which goes up to the big table, and then that will go into the box. There's a little flap there, and that will do it. Or my second theory, which is more likely, okay, this is my more likely theory. Let's just move my card out of the way. The more likely theory is that they have a duplicate phone. He pulls it out of his pocket, drops it. It's the exact same as Amanda's phone. Drops it in. That's why I take the phone case off, because without the phone case, they're both the same. So he drops it. Then that happens, and then that just goes nowhere. And then when he hands his jacket to the assistant, okay, that's when the phone travels and it goes up the same tube onto the stage into this thick black box, which then goes into the cardboard box, which has a flap on the bottom. Okay, this theory is also supported again when Ant goes to pick up the box. You can watch this. I can't show videos on here. I am upgraded. I'm trying to work on editing software and improving it a bit better. But for the time, these videos have to come up quickly, so this is the best I can get for you. I apologise for that. So it goes up there into the box, and if you can watch the video, if he lifts it up, like very awkward, which I do not like at all. That is even more suspicious. And then the phone they wrap the phone up quickly before, and then they put it up into the box. The box comes down, take that out. The photo, also the selfie he took, that wasn't actually... Well, no, because he put the phone back into the box. No, he put the camera into the box, which then probably printed it out. Or he took it before the show, with the same lighting and the same that. I didn't actually take a photo when he did that. Because there is a lot of... I get confused myself, and you're probably going to be really confused about this. It's, if you try and think about it, the table, the jacket, and the other table. So, thickness of the first table and the tube, the jacket, how he gives it to the assistant, which then can go into the box, and then the lower table where he drops the phone into, and then it pops up. You can actually buy these contraptions. They're really cool to get. I really want to get one. So, I hope I've explained that as best as I can. I promise. I think so. That's the best I can do anyway. It is really confusing. So that's all from me today. Please like, subscribe, and goodbye.